I swear to God, Buuhan fans might be the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen, bro. For context, somebody made a post talking about how Buuhan is stronger than Kid Buu, so I respectfully made a post about it saying how it's the opposite, and I got jumped by like him and 20 of his other different goons. And what I realized is that most of these arguments, they keep using the same arguments that keep getting debunked. So congratulations, I'm going to be using your post and debunking you inside the same video. Also, I heard about the Genki Matsuri and how we're getting a Moral remake and a Dragon Ball Super remake, and I'm really happy for that. Also, we're getting Ultra Buuhan on Dragon Ball Legends, so yeah, that's something to be happy about as well. So yeah, 2026 is going to be the year of Dragon Ball chat. But anyways, let's get into this video. So this is the post I sent in response to Champions on, right? Something simple, and then he said this.
Kid Buu stands will see this and still straight up tell you that Kid Buu is stronger than Buuhan. That Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who was terrified of the thought of being fighting Buuhan, didn't go toe to toe with him.
Yeah, he was not fighting Buuhan because the Supreme Kai literally stated that fusion was the only way to beat Buu. And that's why he was trying to fuse with Gohan. And when he absorbed Gohan, he tried to look for somebody else. And this is not even using anime statements. He was trying to hurry up and fuse with somebody. And the fact that he absorbed Gohan only left him with Mr. Satan and Dende. And also, just because Goku didn't want to fight Buuhan does not mean that Buuhan is stronger than Kid Buu. In this statement right here, they call Buu the strongest enemy yet, and this is the Daizenshu, which covers the manga. There are many other statements from Daizenshu 2, which also call Buuhan the strongest Buu. And before you say something, Toriyama specifically said that the Daizenshu would have helped him write Dragon Ball. So yes, it's reliable if it's reliable to the author. And second of all, Toriyama also specifically said that his staff is more reliable than him, excluding Koyama, because Koyama said all of his statements are his opinion. So it's perfectly okay to use the Daizenshu scans, which also follows up and explains about the manga.
Aside from your original post, this is now the second time you used non-canon anime filler as proof when Shepizar was clearly referring to the manga.
Oh, we can use manga, which I'm going to be proving later on, but let's see the rest of these statements here. By the way, filler also technically canon to the anime, so I can use those as statements when I'm referring to Dragon Ball. It's only up to your decision if you want to go anime or manga only.
I swear, any discussion of Dragon Ball needs to be manga only. If you have to bring up anime, then Kai should always take precedence over Z. Doing that will put a stop to like half of the stupid shit that gets posted about the series.
That's a pretty dumbass decision because 99% of the time if somebody's going to be talking about Dragon Ball, 99% of the time they're going to be bringing up the anime. So to be limited to manga only is a pretty dumbass conversation. And you're not ready to argue that.
The manga trash as Toriyama clearly stated and illustrated Buuhan is stronger. Even with the context of this anime filler, Super Saiyan 3 Goku got watched by Buu takes in seconds while shitting his pants in fear.
And all the tweets that you posted, all you keep posting is that how Super Saiyan 3 Goku was scared of Buu Tanks and Buuhan. You have never proven once that Buuhan is the strongest Buu. For a big ass Dragon Ball content creator, I expect you to actually have scans to prove your argument, but the fact that you don't genuinely baffles me. There are plenty of scans that I am going to show that shows that Kid Buu is the strongest enemy and that he is the strongest Buu, which is confirmed in both anime and manga. Not only that, NFZ specifically says that Goku will always continues to cease his strongest, and the reincarnation of Buu that he decides to fight is Kid Buu. If Buuhan was the strongest, why didn't he create a reincarnation that had the same power as Buuhan? And before you say something, Goku knows how strong Buu Tanks and Buuhan are in the manga, so he could have asked King Yem to make somebody with the same power as Buuhan or Buu Tanks, yet he didn't. And the fact he didn't just proves that Kid Buu is the strongest of the two. Not only that, there's a scan that says that Goku has respect for the strongest enemy and that Goku's feelings are understood by his fellow strongest. So yeah, there's more than enough proof that I can use just to prove that Kid Buu is above Buuhan both in manga and anime. And since you think that Buu Tanks was watching Goku here, I'm just gonna play the full fight right here. So as you see in this fight right here, Goku and Buu Tanks are scrapping, and Goku is able to not only react and try to counteract Buu's hits, and they even parry right here in this scene here. So that just entails low relativity at best. He wasn't getting speed blitz. If you don't know what low relativity is the ability to perceive or attack another opponent without getting instantly blitzed, and that would entail low relativity. So Champion, he wasn't getting rinsed as he thought he did, and this is kind of impressive for a Goku that just came back to life. And as you know, when you come back to life, you have to get used to your body. So this is not even a Goku at full power here.
This is Vegito fighting Buuhan and Goku saving him and getting hit in the process. Goku was trying to avoid fighting Buu Tanks.
What the fuck do you think the definition of fighting is? The fact that Goku threw punches and kicks and that Buuhan blocked them and attacked back, that is fighting by default. And Goku didn't want to fight Buu Tanks for two reasons. One, because he was wanting to use the Patara, and two, because he just came back to life, meaning he wasn't at his full power.
So, you ignore the anime also showing Buuhan is the strongest. Goku getting easily blessed by Vegito's entire fights and fighting easily as a Super Saiyan 3. Buuhan almost destroying the entire dimensional fabric, which is a greater feat than anything Kid Buu did, because the Kid Buu is strongest fellas, but only fella that fits your narrative, right?
If you're trying to refer to that statement where they said Buu is the mightiest of Majin, then that would just contradict that, considering after when he fights Kid Buu, he calls Kid Buu the strongest enemy in history. Also, that can just be referring to all the other Buus that was there before Kid Buu got revealed. So the anime shows consistent statements by the narrator and Goku himself that Kid Buu is the strongest Buu. Also, Buuhan's dimension reality distorting feat was the chain reaction feat that is not scaled to his AP at all. You're gonna have to prove that Buuhan's raw power alone would be able to destroy the universe.
Yep, Goku also states he's weaker than Super Buu, also proving that Kid Buu isn't the strongest.
Goku was stating he was weaker in context to being in Buu's body, and in the Daizenshu, it literally states that when Goku and Vegeta are in Buu's body, they are not only shrunken, but they only have 1 to 100th of their power. So Goku was stating, because they are shrunken in Buu's body, if they go out like this, which they are currently weakened, the Super Buu would kill them. And the reason Goku wanted to do Patara is because Patara has a special ability to negate being shrunken. This also proves my statement because Goku didn't even know if they exited Buu's body what they returned to normal or not, because when they returned out of Buu's body, Goku was shocked that he even returned to normal. So no, Goku wasn't referring to him in general. He was referring to the strength that he had inside of Buu's body.
That doesn't maintain the Kid Buu narrative, so it gets ignored. Super Saiyan 3 Goku fought and maintained he may could beat Kid Buu. He didn't even entertain the thought about Super Buu and Buuhan.
Just because Goku thought that he could kill Kid Buu doesn't mean that he actually could beat Buu. Says you want to use the manga, Goku blatantly told him that he underestimated Kid Buu's power. He also admitted that he was literally trying to be too cool, and if he used the Patara, then it would have been way easier.
That is ridiculous, but honestly, this entire plan is ridiculous, because no matter what, Goku's still more confident in fighting Kid Buu than he was with fighting Buuhan. That's not going to change despite whatever Anakin plan to what Goku thought inside of Buu.
Okay, and Goku was also confident in thinking that he could beat Vegeta, yet he got outclassed and outmatched in every single way. Vegeta was also confident that he was a Super Saiyan on Namek, and he proved that to be incorrect too. So it's just a common trope that Saiyans tend to underestimate their opponent's strength.
You know it's a real issue when I face some random ass statements from some lost guidebooks that was totally entirely supervised by Toriyama.
Bruh, shut the fuck up. You haven't been making any good takes ever since 2025, gang. I literally just provided statements of why the Daizenshu is canon. So unless you're gonna provide any evidence why the Daizenshu is not canon, then you might as well just shut up, gang. I'm not even have to explain nothing to you.
Not only is it fair, but you can literally use Goku's quote to support the fact that Kid Buu is just a different enemies from the other ones and not necessarily stronger.
Yeah, you in turn would just be strawmanning the fuck out of Goku's arguments, so like, fuck.
You strawman statements when Goku himself didn't want to fight Buuhan but was more than ready to fight Kid Buu. Vegito was pissed he said anyone but Gohan because he was stronger, and if they both believe Gohan was more than enough.
Yeah, you don't even know what the fuck a straw man is. Define what's a straw man and how my argument collaborates to that fallacy. The only reason Goku wanted to fight Kid Buu is because he said it himself. Fusion is not how they do things, and the fact that Buu isn't fused with anyone either, then that would make it a fair fight since they're fighting on their own strength. Yeah, Vegeta was pissed that he didn't save Gohan, but then Goku also stated after the thing that if Hercule and Dende wasn't there, then everybody would be killed by Buu. That includes Gohan and everybody else. Not only that, the only reason the Spirit Bomb worked is because Goku finally had the remaining energy from the Dragon Balls to push that back. Mind you, Buu is pushing, which is stated the strongest attack because not only does it contain Genki, it contains the ki from everyone in the universe and from characters like Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Piccolo. So not only Kid Buu was scale above Buuhan of anything Buuhan's ever done due to chain scaling, he was scale above Buuhan for pushing the strongest attack ever made in Z.
Doesn't make sense that Vegito's base is equal to Goku's Super Saiyan 3. The anime states that Vegito's base is equal to Super Buu and Kid Buu is supposedly stronger, and if Goku can hold his own to a stronger form, then he should be at least strong as his previous form.
That's just a fucking straw man because nobody stated that Super Saiyan 3 Goku was stronger than Vegito. In fact, Super Buuhan is not even relative or equal to base Vegito. We literally see statements of Supreme Kai saying that base Vegito was overwhelming Buuhan. The only time Buuhan was damaging base Vegito is when Vegito stated that he was warming up and that he was not getting used to his body. So he's not relative to Buuhan at all. And to further back up my statement, Buuhan was getting low dipped by Vegito as a candy. And if you want to go with the manga, the Daisenshu also states that Buu's attacks were nothing to him. So that would just put Buuhan way below base Vegito. And this statement of them being evenly matched gets contradicted by the fact that after Buuhan uses his strongest attack, Vegito just taunts him even more. The only time he was worried is because the universe would be collapsed during Ultimate Dimension. And it's even worse in the manga because Vegito literally states that going Super Saiyan was a bit overkill. And Vegito can still be the strongest Saiyan without Goku having to be the strongest. Because Goku uses him as a benchmark in Super to testify against Lord Beerus' strength. And the fact that Vegito's strength is the benchmark at the beginning of Super, that just states that Vegito was the strongest Saiyan at the end of Z.
You can't use the anime to prove your claims. The anime makes shit up. Kid Buu and Goku were fighting almost completely evenly in the manga. Goku destroys his body like twice. Like I said before, his only comment on Buu's power is that it didn't go down when it damaged him.
No, Goku was not fighting evenly matched against Kid Buu. The Daisenshu 2 literally states that a full power Super Saiyan 3 Goku could not beat Kid Buu. Not only did the manga state that he was toying with him, aka he was holding back, Goku literally says that he should have used the Patara to fight Kid Buu because it would have been easier. Not only was Kid Buu playing with him and toying with him and not taking him seriously, as Goku stated himself. It's even stated in the anime that Kid Buu was dragging it out just for having fun. Goku also states to Goten in Super that he could not beat Kid Buu.
He literally has no reason to underestimate Kid Buu. He saw him destroy Earth and can sense his energy. Unless you're arguing Goku got worse at assessing his opponents after you straight up admit that he was never gonna be able to defeat Cell.
Goku and Vegeta literally underestimated Kid Buu when he first appeared on Earth, which caused the Earth to get destroyed. And you're also presupposing that Goku was sensing the full power of Kid Buu at that moment. All he thought was that his ki went down. So, oh yeah, they could probably take him, which stated out to be false. And to prove that Kid Buu was holding back, Vegeta literally says that Majin Buu was way out of his reach. So the fact that Kid Buu was brutally beating him and Vegeta wasn't dead at that point simply proves that Kid Buu was holding back. The only time that he didn't hold back is when he was pushing back the Spirit Bomb, which is the strongest attack at the end of Z.
So Goku can keep up with Kid Buu, because if he couldn't and there was a huge gap of power between Goku and Kid Buu, he would have got the Vegeta treatment. Even Vegeta noticed he was keeping up with Kid Buu when he couldn't keep up. Believing Kid Buu was holding back makes no sense.
This can get immediately shut down simply for the fact that Goku and Vegeta have a huge gap in power. If you think that he would have gotten the Vegeta treatment, then you're presupposing that Goku and Vegeta are slightly in the same gap of power, which is completely false.
He has teleportation, bro. He's not going to destroy the universe, nor heaven from a single attack neither. Destroying multiple planets or even galaxies consistently so you can end up destroying the universe at some point is greater than destroying the fabric of reality itself, apparently.
Yeah, and this just gets shut down due to the fact that Goku literally stated himself that the universe would go poof, aka an instantaneous destruction. There are also multiple statements from the Daisenshu that proved that Kid Buu was going to destroy the universe. And furthermore, there's literally a reference in statement to Kid Buu causing chaos, saying that it's the end of Otherworld. You can basically presuppose that Kid Buu was going to destroy the Otherworld as well. And of course, heaven is also comparable to the universe in size, and it's also a transcendental realm. So how do you get Kid Buu to 45D levels of power? And of course, Goku would not scale to Kid Buu at all, considering that Kid Buu and Goku are not relevant at all.
Oh, brother, are you genuinely trying to convince me that he has no recollection of his entire portion of his life for no reason? He obviously knows that part of himself, and he was afraid of it when Vegeta threatened to remove Fat Buu.
First of all, what he's talking about is the statements of Buu talking about he's the strongest Majin, and then Buuhan after talking about how he's the strongest Buu. First of all, it had to be your burden to prove that he was referencing Kid Buu, because Piccolo stated himself in the manga that the only memories he retained was from Fat Buu. So when Super Buu states that he won't be himself anymore, he's stating that he will not be the same who he is anymore. That does not mean that he was referencing Kid Buu if it stated that he does not remember Kid Buu. And even if I were to call this a sound argument and say that he remembers memories of being Kid Buu, I'm putting the statements into question considering that Gotenks is the cockiest Saiyan, and when Buu absorbs people, he gains their personality. There's a whole entire chapter of how cocky Gotenks is. And then you combine that with Gohan, who was really cocky when he gained his ultimate form, you could just presuppose that Buuhan was really just doing that to be cocky. And of course, you know, whenever motherfuckers get new and powerful transformations, they start to act like entirely different people. Super Buu was on his knees like a peasant, and when he absorbed Gotenks and Piccolo, he started acting brand new. So this could just be Buu-Tanks and Buuhan just acting cocky. I'm pretty sure I covered enough here. Moral of the story, Buuhan fans do not know how to read. I'm just saying that right now. Happy 40th anniversary. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. All right, see you.